Yeah, welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today we're scaring the hose with Danny Brown and JPEGMAFIA. This is the second new release that we're doing in a row. We're doing it early because I couldn't wait 2 weeks to listen to this. That's criminal. I think I've done nightly releases for JPEGMAFIA releases for like the past 2, so I'm breaking my cycle for this one for content.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. I'm going through withdrawals, so we're going to knock this one out in the middle of the week because I can't take it any longer.
That's fine.
Yeah. This is a insane collaboration between the two. They have worked together before. I think JPEGMAFIA produced 1 or 2 tracks on Danny Brown's last record, which were really great. I thought his production style works very well with Danny Brown's kind of eccentric rapping. There has been 2 singles for this album. I've heard both of them. They're both off the wall insane. I thought the 100 Gex record this year was going to be like the crazy thing I've heard, but those 2 songs definitely blew that out of the water in terms of like what it's going on. So yeah, I have high expectations for this thing. I've heard nothing but good things. I'm sure it's going to be just a wild ride. It's always entertaining at the least.
Yeah, I've only heard good things. Yeah, I mean, we've done reactions to all of JPEGMAFIA's things except for Black Ben Carson, I think. We've done his latest 3, I suppose. But I have not listened to any Danny Brown. I have no idea what I'm getting into with his stuff. I know that he had a record that had some production with Q-Tip on it.
Yes.
The one that had the funny album cover. But that's all I know about the man, frankly. So
be in for a treat then.
I am going to be in for a treat, I suppose. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. I don't think I have much else to add. I'm just ready to jump into this thing. A lot of these tracks are really short, so we'll play it by ear and see if we need to do twofers or not. Yeah, but we'll start with Lean Beef Patty. We'll see where that takes us.
First off, fuck Elon Musk, $8 too much, that's expensive.
Alright, starting off strong.
Yep.
He's got the best one.
I missed it. Lean Beef Patty.
That's a good song.
It's so good.
I like that one a lot. Peggy's verse is just fantastic. I love the Papa John and the Hulk Hogan reference.
That line's been in my head since the song's come out.
It's so good. Yeah, man. I mean, just for the Peggy verse alone, man, this is just a fantastic song. It's a little bit weird to get like a more, I don't want to say, the lyrics in the Danny Brown verse are, I would say, more conventional to like hip hop, but when you compare that to JPEGMAFIA, that's not really.
And it's interesting because Danny Brown says some wild things, so I'm sure we'll get some crazy bars from him coming up soon.
I would love that.
He's kind of known for that.
Okay. Yeah, it was kind of nice just to get kind of a regular hip hop verse after the
Insanity.
crazy Peggy verse.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. When the track first came out, Danny Brown's vocals were buried so far in the mix. I think this kind of mixing is intentional just because of how insane and like put together all of these crazy samples and things are. But I am glad that he fixed the mixing on that because I like actually hearing Danny's lyrics because I could not understand what he was saying for the first like 5 listens of this song. But it sounds great now. But yeah, I love the break beat, just random. Like he knows how to carry an energy no matter how chaotic his production is. I think this whole album is just gonna be a complete flex because he's done a lot of melodic work in the recent 2 albums. So I'm excited for him to get back into this abrasive, insane, off the wall kind of production technique. So
Yes, this one is for all the people wanting him to go back to veteran.
yes, exactly. All right. Step a Pig, track 2.
Uncut with that top side, my brain fried. Don't do drugs, had 2 plugs, 1 just died. I'm up late, no talk show, thing pop
Just gotta throw in everything about JPEGs I like.
Yes.
Shot never closed, it ran slow. Ain't no way, God is never did shit for me. Just keep it on the high tight, you ain't tough, ain't like us. Just be yourself and you need help.
Back in this bitch with the dope, she backing it up for a gram. Baby, I cannot do nothing with hope. I'ma try Molly and Zans. They try to get me the ghost. Boy, you ain't Kai when touching you banned. 90 degrees with a coat, ho, and I ain't showing my hand. Fuck. They don't even come outside, don't even see man's late night like Conan. They offer that 2-chair high and sells his can let it go like Frozen. Bet if I let off these shots, no gauge, you finna just dance like Goten. White people love making excuses and bitching, I guess it's what culture is for them. You know that this shit don't stop, black men that hate me usually talking is.
Step a Pig.
I like that one. I don't think that one's as good as the lean beef patty, but yeah, I think I'm definitely more of a Peggy man than a Danny Brown man, based off of these 2 songs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Danny Brown will do something crazy somewhere in the next 12 tracks. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I like that one. It's not quite as good as the first track.
Yeah, it was less all over the place. I still really love the production though, like the synths that he used. I do like how he's kind of wrapping these synths around Danny Brown's vocal. It's interesting because like he hasn't done a full collab with someone before, so it's like it's cool to see how he treats his guest artist vocal. Just because like with Peggy, it's like he interplays like sound bites and stuff over his own vocals because he knows that obviously. So it's cool that he's like letting in the other artists for that. I do wish I want to hear more from Danny. I hope so. I really hope it is a true collaborative album and not like a, it's a collab, but like we're kind of pushing one artist to the side a little bit. I don't think that's the case. I think I saw something where their lyrics were pretty 50-50. But yeah, that one was not bad at all. But sandwiched between these 2 songs, I think it's going to be hard anyways. So.
Oh, okay.
Right. Scaring the Hose, title track. It's not a Peggy album without a song that's literally just hand clapping.
That's right.
Stop scaring hoes. You wanna be an MC? What the fuck you think it's that 93?
Welcome to that big league, this is y'all man's work, but they can't pop in that own man flow. What an auto-tune that. Give a fuck about a track. Cause all up in the scale, and they're bringing the wind. Why they go to the beach? Bring my own thing. I'm a businessman. You're like chickens.
That's a brilliant line.
What?
That was a brilliant line.
Start scaring out. Pray little shit, how I'm taking their toes. We don't wanna hear that weird shit no more. What the fuck is that? Give me that ice cold.
Scaring the Hose.
I mean, that one's definitely ho scaring
I
music.
love that one so much.
I don't really know what to think about this because it is so in my face. I don't dislike that, but it is it's going to be an acquired taste for sure.
Yeah, second or third listen, I definitely liked it more than the first listen. I will say that.
Okay, good.
Because I'm like, what is happening? Like, let's just take like a, free jazz saxophone that's going out of tune and out of key, and then let's just make that a beat. It goes so hard though. Again, momentum is crazy. Danny Brown's verse on this song is fantastic. Where's the line? He says, "About to go to the beach, bring my own sand. I'm a businessman, you a rapper like Chance." I think that's right, referencing the "Ooh, I Love My Wife" song. because
is it?
because it says go to the beach with my wife or something in it. So that's a brilliant. See, this is a true scaring the hose song because only someone that terminally online would get that.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Wow.
Yeah, that song's a lot of fun. I love that one.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
All right, Garbage Pail Kids, track 4.
My favorite film.
Real.
Niggas don't rap no more, they just sell rap. So I should probably quit and start a line of bathroom somehow. Like this here, X series, if I'm that nigga, should probably answer that next
Now you hear it.
Working up with no membership. A minute late, you wonder where the bitches went. I run around the corner by the stop flow.
You're giving Peggy too much power.
That's what we want, though.
True.
Selling puzzle, dip, you can't back it, I'm back. This nigga ain't on my league, and ain't right in the head. Well, pull your daddy out his cat. Dick, bitch ass nigga. Teach your punk ass up the scene. Cut that reply, you sent to the cream. Serving these niggas like I'm on a bean. Blood raw, I don't cook it, I eat. Hook shot, bitch,
Oh my
I
God.
Queen. I don't believe you saying them beats. Niggas, your hands and feet. I still posting me. Why you ain't glad?
Garbage Pail Kids.
I think that might be my favorite
Yeah,
one.
that was crazy.
Yeah, I think this is the best Danny Brown verse we've had on the record so far. And I think technically, I think this is Peggy's best verse. Like, he was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
Lyrics aside, like, just, man, he brought some oomph to that, man.
You can tell when he wants to go in. You can feel it in his voice. He does that on certain tracks where he's just lasered in.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. I always forget that he's like a really good rapper. I always picture him as that producer man, but
Yeah.
man, he's
got
got
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody tells you sampling isn't an art form, then they are delusional. Like, this is like an insane beat. This might be the best beat on the record so far. Just disgusting, that sample flip. And the guitar solo instrumental break, yeah, that just goes so hard. It has that old school hip hop feel, but it's all completely made out of like random old school Japanese video game samples. Oh, it's from a
Yeah.
Japanese meat packing commercial. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, I've never even
Yeah.
heard these sounds before.
Oh yeah, so it's from a 1985 commercial for Japanese meat packing. He combined it with a tennis sample from a 1983 Nintendo game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Weird pull.
crazy.
Yeah, sure.
No, that one went so hard. All right.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Yeah. Fentanyl Tester, track 5.
You know, I'm just saying, man. Is it the car, the clothes, the money, the jewelry, the crib, the drug, or the hoes? Is it the cat, the meth, the weed, the lean, the molly, the boy, the blow? And I'm stuck in my ways. Local niggas be stuck in their place. They don't send that shit to my face. Cause they know I take shots like clay. I wanna rock right now. Hitting whippets and eating halal. Get to clipping while whipping these sound.
Way out there, we too far gone. Leave me alone, let me get my show. Just fall back, I'ma put you on. Lost out here, can't find no home. Going out, so tap in. I'm about to take you for what's been so buckle up. Nigga, we about to go in. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell no lies, just tell your truth. I'm a big dog like Marmaduke. Park yourself when I come
The Marmaduke reference.
Gotta love them. Marmaduke reference.
No one say so running high.
Fentanyl Tester.
So Peggy's on his own label now.
Yes.
You can tell. Because it's on his old label, then half of this record would be offline.
Yeah. I don't understand how he used a Kellis sample, especially I think Beyonce did something about that on her last record, and it was a whole controversy. And then he's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna sample the actual song and put it for the last 30 seconds of the song." That's insane.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think he's worried about controversy.
I don't think so.
But that one, I don't know. It's following up Garbage Pail Kids.
That's true.
It's good. It's just not as good, I would say.
I think in full succession of this album, where it's just constant whiplash, I think it's going to work perfectly. But we are pausing between each song.
True.
Danny Brown did fantastic on that. I've missed him so much. He's such a good, like, he does wordplay so tongue in cheek, but it's so deliberate as well. Like, he'll do like little things where he does the April May kind of double entendre bar. All these little things in his verses are just like, that's like little funny jokes in the middle of it, but it's so well done. Yeah, this is fantastic so far. I feel like I listened to a whole record and it's only been 5 songs and they're all really short. There's just such a range in this stuff already.
I know. I already have like this pit in my chest just from all of this noise.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Track 6.
Like NASCAR, nigga, you bet not go there. But you better get your mind right, boy. Let that shit all over that windshield. Nigga, I'm real right. Go stand up. Hey, it sounded like said, do. So I put a gang right through, shoot Netflix and chill on a jail, broke a road, go. Give me no truth, fuck up with that loose screw. I'ma just shoot, they got out, tell her. Walking this bitch in the wall. Fuck with you in your top. Rappers be calling the cops.
What in the world?
Give me that nasty, give me that fruit, give me that Barbara, take out the like Judy, you know how to shoot. Stick for the Mulianis. Now we playing zombies. Choppers like Gator, that shit come in cases that cover they face that bitch back home.
Oh my God.
Give me that roll, give me that roll. Hit her like H-Town, knocking them blue. 30-30 and my dick know the truth. Frank Lucas got my bitch feeling blue.
Okay, I see what you doing. I done came up like a ruins. Never step up, it's eyes and doing. Make me hey, going down like hey, yeah.
Perfect.
Dare I say that this might be a perfect song?
Yeah.
That one was the best. I don't even know how to describe it. I just Danny's like the production going for that one was so good, and then once Peggy stepped in, it's doing crazy stuff, and then it switched again, and it was all the horns and stuff. It was like Industry Baby. Weird. It was weird, but I loved it.
Yeah, that was absolutely, yeah, that might be the best one. It's weird because it has almost like it's kind of accessible, dare I say. Like, the structure of it is still very easy to follow. I love that he's playing with horns and stuff. He did that a little bit on LP and songs like Rebound, which I really loved. He uses them in a way that really just builds energy. But yeah, that song sounded absolutely insane. I love when he has just a clear drum pattern going, because like the way that they're flowing over it is just so locked in. Peggy's whole verse was just fantastic. So was Danny Brown's. Danny Brown has the comedy back in there now, and that's where he really shines. He's just like a comedian, but he's so good at the flow too. But yeah, Peggy's verse, like in whole, is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think my favorite bar was the dripping like Rudy.
Yeah, that whole string there was fantastic. Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right.
This is good stuff.
Track 7, Shut Your Bitch Ass Up / Muddy Waters. How are you going to have 2 songs in 3 minutes?
That's a great question.
I don't rap circles around niggas, I do figure eights. Ring free and niggas that shit your real estate. Recycle paper, raise up blades, hit the dinner plate. From a fat bitch saying no more McDonald's I come from. When I work was honest and sees that getting shot at. I just hit the bottle to drown out the chatter. All they need that time. Feel like daddy home, they all my son.
Forgive me, Father, for slaying Sookie through muddy waters. Forgive they daughters, they barking at me, I'm hard dogging. These drug addicts attached to me like I'm Tom Holland. Swing on these actors, these rappers faker than Andy Kaufman. Truman show up with the truth and
Are those minions?
I think so.
They sound like minions. That was crazy. Oh my god.
They keep like one-upping themselves. It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy. It's like just when I think we've hit the peak, it's just like, okay, we'll just more and better. That one, like, was so weird. Like there was like a funk to it a little bit in Peggy's verse, which I was not expecting at all. But man, it was so welcome. Like I was like, yeah, I can kind of groove to this a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm loving this so far.
Yeah, I think the idea of splitting up a song in two and having each person have their own part is great. Again, just super tight. Like these beats are crazy and they're just still finding pockets that I would not expect. Absolutely insane. I can't wait to listen to this just all the way through because like the amount of energy here between tracks is just crazy.
Yeah.
This is exactly how I expected this to sound like, and I'm very pleased. I just want this to be the most insane record out there. This is delivering.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Orange Juice Jones, track 8.
You think you know me?
She just took my soul out of my body. I'm like that, she loud, told everybody. The miss your people, tell them chill before we up that pole. Up the Britney Spears, got me dancing like I lost control. Out of the pop me a double, I might be in trouble. I'm looking like Space Jam. All of these colors, I wanna see double. I need some rain, baby. I can't feel my face off these narcotics. I took her to space on autopilot. I've been rolling all night, saying that I'm geeked up.
And I'm APGs, your girl in the backseat getting hard rock like CBGs. I'm on the ground like a young bum bee. Pyrex living like my nigga B. I'm the black Marjorie Taylor and Green. You throw the nigga that sound like Drop me and I into something this shit. Right after taking the shit. Wait.
That goes right to the wire. Orange
Yeah.
Juice Jones.
Is Peggy short? Why did he say he's Kendrick size?
I don't know. Oh, he said Choppa Kendrick size, which is pretty big.
Okay. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I think that one might be my least favorite, but I still liked it. But if you know me, you know I hate samples with vocals in the background over hip hop. It's my pet peeve. I don't like it very much. I think it's hard to focus for me, so I have a hard time listening to what I'm supposed to be listening to because I'm listening to this guy talk about his Michael or something. I don't know. I don't even know what that song is.
It was a Michael Jackson sample.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't believe they got a Michael Jackson sample and just ripped it for the whole song. That's crazy. They are
Don't
on
tell the estate.
thin ice. Yeah, my mouth is shut. I don't know what they sampled. I don't know. No, that was fun. I really like that. I like that he gave Danny Brown a lot of space there.
Yeah.
Again, I just miss Danny Brown in general. Yeah, I think the energy on the song is so weird because the sample's so warm, and then all of a sudden Danny Brown's out here just like being ridiculous. But yeah, that was fun. Again, Peggy is just like, I don't know how that hunger never left him. He's been doing this for, half a decade at this point with this kind of like super ferocious kind of flow. I feel like people don't give him enough credit as a rapper sometimes, but he knows what he's doing for sure.
Yeah, I always forget that. It's like, and maybe it's because he's such a strong producer, or at least he has a very strong style. Where I feel like when people think of JPEGMAFIA, they're like, oh, it's that guy who has the weird ass production style that like puts in internet videos and like random songs that came out like 100 years ago, whatever. But yeah, I always forget that, and then I listen to his stuff. And
He's
like,
the
oh,
full
yeah.
package.
He's just a.
I feel like that's why he keeps doing that. He's like, when are you going to realize?
It could. I realize it every time I listen to him, but yeah. He's great. I love him.
Fantastic. All right. Kingdom Hearts Key with Red Veil.
You think you know me?
scene. All these felonies they never seen. Got my cup like I'm Argentine. Like the second bitch stay on my screen. I'm addicted to hating on me. Don't know what it takes. Do not ever just one time. Big sick. One. Look on my headline is Kane. Left and the right is the same. You bitches should form like Danny Kane. People scared to put in work. You won't take an L, so you take a name.
Make what you do look easy. Can't see me, they all get queasy. Moving on up like George and Weezy. Take a see our back out, really don't need it. Capital on me, but that is the lowercase. No, we not linking up, we do not correlate. They cannot breathe, I make them all suffocate.
Cut up a sidewalk, smell like put in the job, get up out there. Fuck in my ear, you don't know. You ain't no friends, that with you. Bitch, in my lifeline, ain't gon' wait for no right time just to get up and sprint. He in his fight mind, he gon' sit.
Party's over, Grandpa.
Kingdom Hearts key.
I don't even know what to say at this point. That one was you go first. I need to think for a second, I think.
That was great. I love that one. The sample's fantastic. The way that he does this is so insane, where he goes from like this super dreamy sample into like switching it into a more traditional beat and then slowly brings it back like without you even realizing it. It's a very smooth transition that worked very well. Again, his verse is fantastic, hilarious. I love that Danny Brown kind of like intertwined Japan into his verse, knowing that the sample was Japanese. I thought that was really smart. He does just these great little contextual things in his verses that just makes him stand out so much, and I love it. Red Veil did great as well. Very different style than these two. I think it's very appreciated. He definitely has more of that Earl Sweatshirt, kind of more alternative hip hop, whatever you want to classify that as. He's pretty good. I mean, he's really young too, so definitely someone to watch out for. I think him and Peggy have a song dropping next week, actually. So I hope.
Oh, that's fast.
I do hope they do more stuff together. But yeah, that was great. The beat on that one especially was fantastic. I love the vibe of that track.
I think I like it. I think that's where I've come down on it.
There's so much happening, it's hard to remember.
I think that song just overwhelmed me. There was so much going on. But I think I liked it. That one's gonna take repeat listens, like Scaring the Hose, I think. Didn't get that one right away. Just but yeah, I think it's good.
All right. God Loves You. Track 10.
Okay.
Kanye, if he made a good gospel album.
I like that.
How many times I tell you when I get to the money, but it shake that ass. Great. How many times I tell you when I get to the money, but it come back fast.
God Loves You.
Such a crazy name for that
Oh my
song.
god.
Yeah, I was not expecting like a really long biblical verse, but maybe I should have based on that name.
Yeah.
But man, that was some impressive work with a bunch of biblical sources. I would love someone to get like a religious family member and sit them down and react to this song
That would be
just
fantastic.
to see, just tell them that it's like, oh, this is this Christian rap song. I don't know, you might like it.
Look at the cover. It has a cross and a Bible on it.
It does. It does. Yeah. They show them the cover, they might think it's from the 60s and be like, oh, I like 60s music. Yeah, that one was fun.
I
liked
love that.
one a lot.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic. Danny Brown is amazing. Like, he is one of those guys where, like, you could give him, like, you could play a party game with him and give him a prompt of 2 things and you'll have a whole song for it. He's so good at wordplay and just doing these things. For the whole verse, too, was fantastic. The beat went super hard. This is something that would get you, like, burned at the stake in, like, the 17th century or something.
Yes.
Fantastic. This is just so fun. Oh my god.
That one's a great one.
All right. We'll do 2. I think we'll do 2. The
Yeah,
one's
I
only
think
a
that's-
minute. We'll do Run the
Yeah.
Jewels, not featuring Run the Jewels, and then Jack Harlow combo meal
Featuring Run the Jewel.
featuring Run the Jewels.
You think you know me?
I feel like boom, torn a ride, angry and short, willing to die. Most my haters are scared won't come outside, it's making me cry. They lost a call, with the boys get this season like Aaron Hall. Just remember, I always help out my dog.
Ah, yes. This really screams Jack Harlow combo meal.
This sounds like a Jack Harlow song.
Yeah.
If he did an album with Tony Bennett.
Yes.
Check, I done bust up when I beat my phone that hoe like Sarah Nara. Everything I thought was wrong. Now I'm begging y'all niggas can't handle it. Now I'm begging y'all niggas can't stand it. Hold up, calm down. Nigga, just take a deep breath. Don't you watch out. Better not take another step. Take your spot and take your business. Man, I can't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all let Jake Harlow sell y'all chips.
The best slider deal.
Does Jack Harlow have a combo meal somewhere?
At KFC, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I smoke something unusual, but to me it's just regular haze. They come in and clean up my cuticles. Always, it's so tragic, babe. Yeah. Your path is looking like shit. Your bag is looking like shit. That ass is looking like shit. Almost 30, don't know who you is, bitch. Whoa. Niggas want action, I'm not into acting with you on the screen like I'm Christopher No.
Run the Jewels and Jack Harlow combo meal.
Yeah, I think this this might be the only song so far that I've actually preferred Danny Brown's verse to Peggy's. Don't know why. It was just
Vibes.
the vibes.
Strictly
yeah.
vibes based.
Yeah. Plus the last part was pretty funny. Now that I know the context. And then Run the Jewels I really liked. It was short, succinct. Both of them got like 30 seconds, but it was fantastic.
Yes.
I loved that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Run the Jewels looks like sounds like the album cover for sure. It definitely sounds like it could be like a 70s like blaxploitation kind of like theme.
Yeah.
Again, they're so smart with what they're doing. Like JPEGMAFIA makes references to Killer Mike, even though he's not talking about Killer Mike. He's got a lot of double entendres in there. Danny Brown does that as well with LP, to the fact where he even goes down of like a Yankees baseball player knowing LP's from New York. So it's all this like very intricate wordplay. They're both fantastic at that kind of thing. So it's a great pairing when I think about it more. Jack Harlow combo meal. I thought that was pretty good. I was not expecting the fancy pianos, kind of jazzy bit. That was cool. I do agree. I think Danny Brown did better on this song. Which, I mean, they've been going, for me, it's pretty bar for bar. They've been doing, like, this is a very true collab album now that we've, like, we're down into it. They're both doing their part, and they're both, like, very good at it. So, very, very impressed. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Oh, Heaven on Earth. I hope it's another gospel song. It is not.
Not quite. There's organ.
Oh, there we go.
is trash. They be ass, it's Kimber a freak. You can flash. Why do these nobody start with me? They don't got moves, don't got beats, don't got heart like me. It's for real. Bustin' drugs while I'm packing it still. They rock dick for free and they come penny rent. I spit on your bitch and it should let me vent. She came back to you from a show, let invent. Racks, I'ma get time like tax. Cause baby got back, I'm just trying to relax.
I would stop, bring it back, get it off. My dog kinda charged with the fentanyl. Now we pray up to a vibe, hoping in court that they just show him live. Only in church with somebody past. No hope for the future, we stuck in the past. Here, trust me, brilliant idea. Making it crown with IKEA.
Heaven on Earth.
That one I think is my least favorite. I'm not. I mean, I don't really get the ending with this 1 minute sample. It seems like the rest of this record's been so jam packed with bars and crazy production. I mean, maybe this is a way to slow it down, but we only have one song left. Like, this would maybe work like.
I'm expecting an
halfway through?
insane beat switch as soon as this
I'm
track
sure.
starts.
I'm sure, because this was like the most abrupt ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. The production was a little bit. I don't want to say it's a little bit wacky because that just describes the entire record. But there was like this. It was like.
Yeah, it like skipped the 2 and 4 beat. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening.
It was a little bit weird, and I don't think that either of them really rode that right. Which I don't even know how you would do that. Honestly,
You don't.
So it was just kind of it felt a little clunky, but I mean, it's fine. I don't know.
I like that one a lot. I
Oh,
love
okay.
the gospel influence. Where Peggy hit the high note or the gospel choir ran up, like that's an insane thing to do in the middle of a verse. Like he is just untamed. He just does whatever he wants whenever he wants, and it always works. Loved his verse, fantastic. I love the energy again from him. Danny Brown's verse as well was fantastic. I love how he can get very serious, like out of nowhere, and then follow it up with some dark humor. He's so good at that. That beat was insane. When it got to Danny Brown, he was like stuttering with the beat and like trying to keep track with it at the same time. It was very cool. It was very off-putting, but at the same time it was like a very cool thing that you don't see that ever really, since he was technically on beat still, but the beat was kind of not a beat at that point because you're just skipping around. But again, wordplay, fantastic. I love that with both of these rappers. Like the first time I hear it with those lyrics, it immediately clicks. I get the references on these things like all the time. They're so clever, but they're so easy to understand in a short period of time. So yeah, they're just fantastic with it.
I would say they're easy to understand for chronically online people,
Yes.
such as us.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Last track, unfortunately. Where you get your Coke from?
Sears.
Sears. Kmart.
You predicted it.
Named this one JPEG.
Show me, and I talk how I talk, bitch, blow me. Woo. Fuck you talking about? Let's go. Get money, nigga. Go fast. Money made in a Harley, and we don't click with all these pasting and you copy.
On it on that nightstand, cause I'm so generous. Oh well, what you making the gears make those cookie charts at hotels. Don't even know the last time I used up my own toenails. Slipping out I really think what I do when you think. People saying that I'm shallow, but I'm jumping off the deep end. Follow from the script, I ain't even read the treatment. Like terms of services, they all in agreement. Used to work the block and they ain't never filed a grievance. Talk to me soft like you can keep a secret. I made that rent, sketched out by any car that drove by with tents.
Where do you get your coke from?
Um, um, I don't know what to think about that one. I I'm a fan of incorporating like Afro beats into hip hop. It's a song on Simbi. Is it Point and Kill?
Yeah,
I think that's the
that's one of them. I
Afrobeat
think
song.
there's
There's
multiple.
two.
Yeah.
Fear No Man's the other
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those songs. Those might be one of my favorites on that record. Um, but I think Peggy did it pretty dang well. He rode that beat really well, and then it almost seemed like Danny Brown was like rapping off a different beat because like he was not lined up at all, and then like his flow didn't change when it got like really loud, and it was like, what is happening here? Um, in a record that like the production like warped around like his kind of weirdo flow and cadence.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit weird just to have it just be the same beat that Peggy used because it feels like Peggy made that for him
He
because
like
he
fine
like
tunes it. Yeah.
yeah, and it like really worked for his stuff, but then for some reason some weird transfer thing, I don't know. Um yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a weird way to end the record, it's just so abrupt. Um but I kind of dig it.
Yeah, I feel like
dig
that's an
ending it like
acceptable
that.
way to end a record like this.
Yes, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, the Afrobeat, fantastic. Peggy did so well with that. He did the traditional way that you would do that. Works fantastic. Yeah, Danny Brown actually killed the song. Like I absolutely love his verse. He's so off kilter with it always, and I love how it's more of a free form kind of way of rapping on this song, where it does feel like it falls out of the pocket sometimes, but like it makes certain lines jump out at you. It just felt like a good like closing statement for the record. They both kind of got their thing off and then just kind of left. They did originally title this Volume 1, so I'm wondering if there's going to be more of these. I would definitely be good for that. These two are an amazing duo.
Yeah.
This album is insane. I felt like Peggy just wanted to, again, flex his production in the most crazy way possible. And when you have an album with this concept, I think it allows both of them to be as wacky and free and fun as you can possibly be. But they still go hard. They still remind you that they are some of the best in the game. Peggy especially. He's got 2 more albums coming this year, apparently. If those are as quality as this, and like, I mean, he's already number 2 for me, so he's already kind of at the peak of rap for me right now. But yeah, absolutely amazing. I love the diversity here. You get some that are extremely cluttered. You get more that are, some are kind of traditional. I don't even know if I can pick out favorite tracks right now. I just remember Garbage Pail Kids and Perfect being insane. Obviously, the 2 singles were crazy as well. But I'll have to listen to it further so I can actually start picking out these songs, because that was a lot in 36 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's not even close for me. This is my favorite JPEG Mafia album. The Dethroned LP, which, I mean, I guess that's what you want. He just keeps getting better. It's like, and I don't know how often I'm gonna go back to this, just because I would have to be in a very specific mood. But man, it's so crazy. It's like it's crazier than like everything else I listen to. But like every time I listen to his stuff, it's like, yes, I'm very excited to listen to a JPEG Mafia record. But yeah, I think Danny Brown did, I think, just as well as Peggy. I don't know. I'm just a bigger fan of Peggy, I think, in general. He's so crazy. His performance on every song was off the walls wacky, and I loved that.
Yeah, Peggy's definitely easier to grip on this album. I think Danny Brown really shines. Like, it's hard for him to jump in on records like this. I'm glad that it is a full collab album. But Danny Brown's like Atrocity Exhibition. That's where you really get a full artistic vision from Danny Brown, and it's like borderline masterpiece material. But I still think he did incredibly well on this thing. Yeah, this is insane. I'm glad that it's getting like this much good reception and praise too, and it seems pretty popular. I think if you go to Peggy's Spotify, like most of his top songs now are from this record.
Oh, good.
So I'm always down for them getting more publicity. It's only going to make him push harder because he's been at the top of his game now for the past 5 years at least. I mean, even stuff like Communist Slow Jams and like the Ghost Pop tape are still pretty insanely good. So he has not missed at all. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pumped to see what they do next. I would love another collab album between these two because
You should add another person. Make it like make it a trio.
who would
else
you
I
add?
put on this? I'd love Gais Guevara as a third person. Actually, that would be fantastic. He's got that speed. He's got that wit. He does the same kind of thing like Peggy, where he'll sample like the PS2, like home screen, and all these weird things. That would be fantastic.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know who else I'd put on this. I feel like someone from Griselda would be really funny. Have like this really hard street guy just like on here with these two.
Well, they referenced, and someone said Makami.
Yeah, Makami would be interesting too. Makami
yeah.
is so high level all the time that it would be hard for him to like get in this lane. That man makes
That's
like
true.
book report level verses in every song. But yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they start the Scare the Hose saga where they just add a new person every time until it's
That would
like
be
a
great.
5-person super group. They're making a new Wu-Tang.
That would be awesome. I would love that. Or if they just want to keep just keep it with themselves, that would
Yeah, you
be
can do
cool
that, too.
too. Just whatever.
The quality's there, so at this point
Don't-
I'm just
don't-
wishing for things.
Please don't have this be a one and done.
Please.
You know, I
Yeah.
would love another one.
But I'm also looking forward to their solo works. Hopefully Danny Brown's album finally is able to get released this year too. So
Yeah. Well, was it 2019?
yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one with Q-Tip was the last one he did, so it's been a minute.
Been a hot minute.
Yeah, but that's what we got. Next time is going to be a complete switch because we're doing Boy Genius, but I'm still equally excited for that one as I was for this. So